Good morning and welcome to the 445 Productive Through Joy show with your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher. The show airs each weekday morning, hella early, guys. Early AF at 4:45 a.m. here on YouTube's Michael Datcher channel, then 4:45 p.m. on Facebook Live, guys. Today, we are talking about your response, a response to life's challenges, at times a response to abundance, because at times when you get what you want, when you manifest what you want, that has its own series of challenges, or that presents its own series of challenges as well. So, really interesting show today. So, thanks for joining us. If you are new, you can go to productivethroughjoy.com, see about us. We speak to groups, schools, and organizations about being productive through joy. Really powerful series of workshops, webinars, and all manner of really interesting, powerful programming. Check that out. And if you are new, allow me to say a few words about myself. This is your host and your boy, Dr. Michael Datcher, author of the New York Times bestseller Raising Fences, author of the acclaimed historical novel Americas, author of the Pulitzer Prize nominated Animating Black and Brown Liberation, a Theory of American Literatures. I am currently the board president of the World Stage, a great nonprofit here in LA's Crenshaw District. My educational background is UC Berkeley as an undergrad, my master's from UCLA, and my PhD in English literature from the University of California at Riverside. Guys, I am an expert at being productive, all right? I don't say that to brag or boast. I say it because people are almost always surprised to learn of that level of productivity once they hear my crazy background. I am the product of a young sister who was sexually assaulted at age 16, gave birth to me as a result of that assault at age 17. And then I was subsequently given up for adoption to a single divorcee at the age of a month old. So listen, difficult times for the young MD. Yet as Cool Modi famously said, "How you like me now?" Right? And if I can be this productive and be so through joy, I know many other people in their own way, in their own lane, can be as productive despite difficulties. And that, of course, is in no way to minimize anyone's, including my own, multitudinous barriers to success. But that racism, that injustice, it's going to be there. All right. So we have to think about, okay, I mean, hopefully we're looking to mitigate it, but it's going to be there, you know. So we have to be able to circumnavigate that. And so I am saying that I know we can do that thing. So thanks for being here and joining us. So we're talking today, guys, about a response, right? What is your response, for example, to challenges, difficulty? When I was a kid, I used to say, "Man, I love a challenge." So I've always loved a challenge. Even as a small kid, I would create little challenges for myself. Oh man! And so when I became a man, I thought, man, I want to. Although I've been through plenty, but I was like, no, I want to go through some bigger challenges, so I can, show and prove. Man, as they say, be careful what you ask for, because I've been through a series of challenges the last 3 or 4 years that I couldn't have even imagined. It's been so crazy, so over the top. And so, but true enough, I've been given the opportunity, if you want to call it that, to respond. And so that's what today's show is about, because life's going to happen. As I was reading a quote today by Booker T. Washington, and I'll paraphrase it here. He says, the circumstances in life are not important. What is important is how you respond to circumstances. And how you respond, that response is the primary indicating factor of your success. All right. And so how we respond to difficulty, for example, we are all under the presidency of Donald Trump, which is, we all seen how that's worked out, bleach and all. We're going through a pandemic with Mr. Trump as the president, and we're going through the country's most racially fractured time since the 1960s in terms of people literally being in the streets on every single state. This is the most challenging time of my generation for sure, and the guy in charge is unqualified. And we knew that coming in, but of course now his lack of qualifications, is actually literally causing death. His slow response to the pandemic caused obviously tens of thousands of deaths. You look at South Korea, which had its first case tellingly on the same day that we had ours. Now, South Korea is about 6 times smaller than we are, but in terms of population, but they have already been able to turn the situation around, and our death rate is at least 35 times as great, 35 times as theirs. These are people's aunties, uncles, kids. These are real people, guys. And President Trump, his response has led, he was trying to deny that there was even a virus, that it was deadly. And then he rushed the country to reopen because he wanted to be reelected. And now we're seeing, of course, a second spike, as we all knew was going to happen. So this is the cat in charge. And so I say that to say that that's a challenge. It's a challenge, guys. And how we're going to respond to the challenge is what's important, right? So we see that, of course, in people taking the streets, and the response to the death of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, and Ahmaud Arbery were simply, in many ways, symbolic of the tens of thousands, in fact, millions of deaths that we've experienced as Black people in this country as a result of straight-out white supremacy. There's just no other way to put it other than that. And so, to their credit, many white Americans, I'm so encouraged, and white people around the world are saying, you know what, I'm tired of being a party to this. I'm about to raise up and let people know I'm against white supremacy. I'm against the idea you can just take someone's life because they're Black. I'm done with that, because they know that their lives are not respected or disrespected in the same way, right? They know, they are behind the veil, behind the curtain. They know what goes on behind the curtain. They know. So they know that these deaths are racially motivated, that race is contributing to them. So they're standing up. And here in LA, certainly where I live, I've been to several protests, and the majority of the people screaming, shouting with conviction, and putting their money, resources, and at times their lives on the line, are white people. To my white brothers and sisters, respect. I appreciate it. Keep it going. Keep it going. Now use your vote also to get this fool the hell out of office. I'm just saying. Let's dive in. So point one is that you want to, you want to be conscious of your mindset during challenges. So you want to be conscious of your mindset during challenges. What does that mean? You want to have what I would call a can-do attitude, that this is going to work out, right? For me, that involves meditating, visualizing, reach out. We can help you create your own systems here, but it's doing work, because it's not easy to maintain that when the president is the president. Point two is that you want to respond with action. It's really important to get your mindset right. And that's a major part of my life, for sure. But you have got to, what I would say, take courageous action. Listen, everyone feels fear. I feel fear a lot, and I felt it way more when I was younger. So I know a lot about fear, right? So courage is not the absence of fear. If you aren't feeling fearful, you aren't trying enough. Or as Mario Andretti said, if you aren't afraid, you aren't driving fast enough. If you're always in control, you ain't going fast enough. Which goes right into point three. As you have a can-do attitude, can-do mindset, as you take courageous action, you will have an enhanced level of productivity, because life's going to happen, and how you respond to it is going to determine your success. Boom goes the dynamite. We'll see you this afternoon at 4:45 p.m. Until then, let's talk about it and be about it. Deuces. I'm out.